Good morning. At least it is to me right now. It's pretty early, but I do have my coffee and the wonderful sound of the birds in the background too. I hope it picks up as I'm talking because it's just cool. Well, any of those of you who get up early in the morning and hear the birds singing, it's always pretty cool. I mean, the birds, it's instantly the right to life. They're right about the business and the task of living. And, we learn a lot from those birds. Sometimes we wake up and it's not the point of energy of us. So this isn't a Faith on Friday video, but as I've said before, I'm really finding the legs of what it is I'm trying to do with this channel and deeply trying to understand in my life what it is I'm trying to share um, with those of you that I love, who know me, who are kind of part of this here in the beginning, and those of you who may find it. And I want this to be something fun, but also so super transparent, as there's some things I'll share in the future in some upcoming videos that are going to be just about transparency with life and with struggles and where I find hope. And I understand that not everyone's going to find hope in the same place, but I hope that in my hope, um, there may be something in you that finds hope. So I want to read this from this devotional, Jesus Always by Sarah Young, from June 10th for today. It says, "Receive my glory strength. When ongoing problems require you to stick it out over the long haul, beware of responding by grimly gritting your teeth, just passing time in a gloomy frame of mind. This passive, negative attitude is not the way I want you to approach difficulties. I am sovereign over the circumstances of your life, so there are always opportunities to be found in them. Don't be like the man who hid his master's talent in the ground because he was disgruntled with his circumstances. He gave up and took the easy way out, blaming his hard situation rather than making the most of his opportunities. Actually, the more difficult your circumstance, the more you can gain through it. I gladly give you glory strength. It's exceedingly potent because the Spirit Himself empowers you, strengthening you in your inner being. Moreover, my limitless glory strength enables you to keep on enduring the unendurable. Since this power is so vast, there is more than enough of it to spill over into joy." Colossians 1:11 from the Message Bible. "We pray that you'll have the strength to stick it out over the long haul, not the grim strength of gritting your teeth, but the glory strength God gives. It is strength that endures the unendurable and spills over into joy." Isaiah 40 verse 10. "See, the sovereign Lord comes with power, and his arm rules for him. See, his reward is with him, and his recompense accompanies him." Matthew 25:25. "I was afraid and went and hid your talent in the ground. Look, there you have what is yours." Ephesians 3:16. "I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you with power through his Spirit in your inner being." As I was reading through this devotional this morning, the part that jumped out, right? I mean, the whole thing was good, but what jumped out to me was the reference to the story that Jesus told about three servants and a master, and he went to leave and he gave them, call them talents or sums of money, very large sums of money, even to the lowest servant, still a whole talent. The other two servants took those talents that they had been given and did things with them to increase them while the master was gone, while he wasn't around, while they didn't have a vision of him or couldn't necessarily hear his voice or know his will. They did something with their talents and invested them. And when he returned, when his voice was back, when his presence was back, when his rule and reign would be back again in their lives, they had something they presented back to him that they had gained. But one servant felt that in those circumstances, and by thinking he knew who his master was and his own abilities as well, He just took the one talent, he buried it, he hid it. So when the master came back, he was able to bring it back and here's what you gave me. I've done nothing with it, but here's what you've given me. I've been reading a book called Unpunishable, Ending Our Love Affair with Punishment. And I think about in our own lives, through various circumstances, trials, pains, disappointments, failures. The book is twofold, talking about our punishment of others, how we do have this love affair with punishing when we see wrongs. Our natural response is punishment. You can see this through social media, through politics, through social engineering or social justicing. A lot of times there's a motivation of punishment. There is a wrong, and our response to the wrong is then to enact a punishment for the wrong. But that also goes deeply personal with us as well. Oftentimes we see ourselves, maybe our wrongs or our shortcomings or our failures, and there's almost this innate desire in us to punish ourselves. And I can't do this and I can't do that because I have done this or I have done that. But with the talent, with who you are, with what you have, yes, there are circumstances, there's things that may happen that do require certain kinds of seasons of shifting and changing. If you have a major failure in business and your business closes down, maybe you don't begin a business right away, but you stop, you regather, you restructure, and then you begin to walk again. Interpersonal relationships, when there's been failures or pain or heartbreak or whatever it is, you may feel inept, you may feel like you're unable to move forward normally, or whatever we consider normal as a person. But don't be like that man, this says, who hid his master's talent in the ground because he was disgruntled with the situation rather than making the most of the opportunity. Actually, the more difficult your circumstance, the more you can gain through it. I want to encourage you, whatever it is that you're walking through, whatever it is that you're going through, there is something in you, something you have. You do not have to punish yourself. You don't have to live in that. You don't have to punish others. You don't have to look at life as punishment. There is a joy, a peculiar, odd kind of joy and perseverance to be found as we walk through things in life, but we have to see ourselves in the place of overcoming that. We have to see our talents and our giftings and our emotional giftings and our potential in life and what we have to offer as so valuable. We can't just sit down. We can't just let it go. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. I'm not advocating our kind of current cultural things of, just be your best you and in an arrogance of like, I'll plow through anything because I'm awesome. No, a lot of times we're not awesome. I'm sorry if that's counterproductive and counterintuitive, but we're not awesome. But we can be humble and we can be great within our humility as people. And in that we can be awesome, but we're not always, and that's okay. But we don't need to punish ourselves. We don't need to punish others. There may be set seasons of preparation, seasons of walking through with grace for ourselves and for other people. But that doesn't mean it has to be a season of death, burying yourself, burying your talent, or burying that thing that you wanted so very much and that you believed in so very much about yourself, because there's a sense of unworthiness about yourself. So I want to encourage you this morning in my faith as a Christian. I believe in that sovereignty of God, or his overarching purposes that can be found in our situations, no matter what they may be. And I also believe in you. I believe in myself and the gifts that God has given me. And I want to encourage you to know that there is that purpose for your life. And sometimes it's coming back to the source, back to the center, and back to the purposes that you knew you had before the trial, before the pain, before the loss, and reigniting them and realizing that they're still there. And other times it is a pivot and a shift because the talents and gifts in you maybe weren't being used in the right way. So thank you for hearing those thoughts this morning. They said, I'm developing what I believe this channel should be, and I want it to be transparent. And it's a temptation for me to try to make things more neutral and to kind of hide things about myself that I believe and that I feel. But I don't want to do that. Jesus gave an example of, when they used to light their rooms with lamps. It's a little different now. We have switches, and we turn a switch and a light comes on. But no one takes their lights, if they were lighting a lamp, and then puts it under a basket. It's not going to light anything. Now they put it up on a stand. They put it somewhere where it can shine its light into the entire room. And if I'm going to use a platform that reaches friends and family and perhaps reaches others, and I feel that there's a light in me, not that everyone will agree with this light, but if it's my conviction, I don't want to hide it away. I can be a normal person and I enjoy a lot of things, but I enjoy them for different reasons than maybe others would, because of the convictions in my heart and because of my faith beliefs. So I want to be able to share those. So if you appreciate that, please come along with the journey, subscribe to the videos, see the randomness of life, and enjoy that with me and my family. But also, let's dive deeper into some other things as well. So thank you so much for watching this. It's a lower energy, it's in the morning, and I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to share that. I was trying to just do faiths on Fridays, but here on my channel, if I have something that strikes me, or I want to share it, So thank you for watching. I appreciate it so much. Hope you have a blessed and awesome day, and stay tuned for our next video. Subscribe, hit the little bell so you can get notified when they come up, and join My Encounter Project on Facebook. Join a community there as we talk, or on Instagram. And I don't know, nothing much more to say there. I do thank you for your time, and look forward to the next video that we put out. Hope you enjoy it.